Let me welcome you to my channel. Before we begin the video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like this post. Damian Priest has been very busy in recent months facing the Judgment Day in different situations. However, on Raw this week, the star announced what his future would be in WWE. The former World Heavyweight Champion has been in the middle of a feud with the Judgment Day and Finn Balor for quite some time, but at Bad Blood, the star was able to finally defeat his former teammate. Finn Balor was intent on getting a rematch against Priest and asked for the same from Adam Pearce, but he was turned down and asked to focus on the tag team division as he was the World Tag Team Champion. Meanwhile, Damian Priest spoke to Rhea Ripley and announced what was in his future in WWE. He promised that he'd be around to help Ripley if she needed it, but then said that he had his own goal, and that was to go after the World Heavyweight Championship. He said that it was time for him to be El Campeon and that he would be back in the title picture soon. At the moment, Gunther is set to face Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel as the two stars work to become the first ever men's Crown Jewel champion. However, with Damian Priest also focusing on the world title, Gunther may have another challenge to focus on soon. Damian Priest, a rising star in the WWE Universe and one of the key figures in the faction Judgment Day, has been making waves with his intensity, power, and undeniable charisma. Known for his unique combination of size, agility, and a dark, brooding persona, Priest has quickly become a fan favorite, while also establishing himself as a dominant force in the ring. From his days in NXT to his current role on WWE's main roster, Priest has shown that he's more than just another big man, he's a game changer. And now, in a surprising twist, Priest has made a major announcement about his future in WWE, a decision that could dramatically shift his career trajectory and WWE's plans for him moving forward. Before diving into the details of his announcement, it's worth reflecting on Damian Priest's meteoric rise within WWE. Born Luis Martinez, Priest made his name in various wrestling promotions before signing with WWE in 2018. His time in NXT saw him emerge as a standout performer, culminating in his victory at NXT TakeOver XXX, where he won the NXT North American Championship. His gritty demeanor, combined with a flair for the dramatic, made him a natural fit for WWE's larger-than-life universe. After making the jump to WWE's main roster, Priest quickly aligned himself with Bad Bunny for a high-profile tag team match at WrestleMania 37. That match put Priest on the map as a potential main eventer, as he not only held his own, but delivered an incredible performance in front of a global audience. But Priest's real turning point came when he joined Judgment Day, a faction that embodies chaos, destruction, and control. Alongside the likes of Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio, Priest has fully embraced his darker side, becoming a key figure in the group's reign of terror over the WWE roster. Holding the coveted Money in the Bank briefcase, he's also been constantly lurking in the background as a potential world champion in waiting. Now that Priest is firmly established as one of WWE's top stars, the question has become, what's next for the punishment of the damned? In a recent segment on WWE programming, Damian Priest took to the microphone to make a major announcement about his future. And as expected, his declaration has left fans buzzing with speculation. Priest began by addressing his recent successes in WWE, acknowledging his dominant run in Judgment Day and the fact that he still holds the Money in the Bank contract. For those unfamiliar, the Money in the Bank briefcase gives its holder the ability to cash in for a title match at any time, guaranteeing a chance to challenge for the world title. The question of when and where Priest would cash in has been a constant topic of discussion. But in a twist that few saw coming, Priest's announcement was not about when he would cash in his contract. Instead, he focused on his long-term future in WWE and dropped a bombshell. Damian Priest is stepping away from Judgment Day. The decision to part ways with Judgment Day is monumental, given how integral Priest has been to the group's success. Alongside Rhea Ripley's dominance in the women's division, Finn Balor's dangerous in-ring prowess, and Dominic Mysterio's brash arrogance, Priest has been the group's enforcer, a role that suited his physicality and aura perfectly. So why is Priest stepping away from the faction that has defined him over the last year? According to Priest, his time in Judgment Day has been essential in molding him into the force he is today, but he believes that he has outgrown the faction. In his own words, "I don't need anyone to guide me or back me up anymore. Judgment Day gave me the platform, but now it's time for Damian Priest to stand on his own." This statement signals a clear shift in Priest's mentality. While Judgment Day thrived on the idea of strength in numbers, Priest's announcement makes it clear that he no longer needs that safety net. He's confident that he can dominate as a solo competitor, and that his destiny is to become a WWE World Champion, not as part of a faction, but on his own terms. Damian Priest's departure from Judgment Day will undoubtedly have a ripple effect on the group. Since its formation, Judgment Day has been built around unity and a shared purpose: to tear down WWE's status quo and rebuild it in their own image. Priest was a key cog in that machine, and losing him could disrupt the group's dynamic. The question now is how Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, and Dominic Mysterio will respond to Priest's departure. Will they view it as a betrayal and seek revenge against their former ally? Or will they attempt to carry on without him, finding a replacement enforcer to fill the void left by Priest? The possibilities are endless, but one thing is certain: Priest's decision to leave Judgment Day will create major tensions within the group and could lead to a full-blown rivalry. Given Finn Balor's history with Priest, both as allies and opponents, it wouldn't be surprising to see Balor take offense to Priest's decision and try to sabotage his solo career. After all, Balor himself has struggled to break free of the mid-card scene since rejoining the main roster, and he may not take kindly to Priest eclipsing him as a solo star. As for Damian Priest's future, one thing is abundantly clear: he has his eyes set on championship gold. During his announcement, Priest made it clear that his primary focus is now on becoming WWE World Heavyweight Champion. With the Money in the Bank briefcase still in his possession, Priest has a guaranteed title shot at any time of his choosing. But the timing of his cash-in has been a matter of intense speculation. For months, Priest has teased potential cash-ins on world champions like Seth Rollins, but he's always held back, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Now that he's officially leaving Judgment Day, fans are wondering if this could signal that Priest is gearing up for a solo world title run. By distancing himself from the faction, Priest is positioning himself as an independent force, someone who is capable of taking on the best WWE has to offer, without relying on backup or interference from his stablemates. But with great power comes great risk. If Priest cashes in and fails, it could spell disaster for his solo run, potentially derailing all the momentum he's built up over the past year. On the other hand, if he successfully cashes in and becomes WWE World Heavyweight Champion, it would be the crowning achievement of his career and a validation of his decision to go it alone.